Hello, my name is Stephanie Kane. We're going to do a 45-minute date with ourselves tonight. Coming to your mat, coming into that child's pose. Once that forehead comes down to the mat, we're disconnected from everything else, connecting to our bodies. Taking in a deep inhale, filling up your bellies, not just your chest. And sigh that breath out loud your mouth. Letting go. Taking in another deep inhale as a community. Feeling your bellies rise, not just your chest, and sigh that breath out loud your mouth. Let go. Starting that Ujjayi breath, that deep inhale through your nose, and exhale through your nose. Finding the rhythm and the pattern of your breath. Locking down that pelvic floor, which draws your floating rib cage upwards. So that attention and that awareness is to the inside of our bodies. So you're bringing your core, your transverse abdominis, in together like a girdle on the inside. Taking in 3 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, igniting through those palms, you're going to walk them back towards your torso. Taking those feet out to the right side. Crossing that right leg in, followed by your left. Finding both sit bones on your mat. Drawing that awareness. So again, that Kegel muscle floats your rib cage upwards. On your next inhale, taking those fingertips down to your mat. Inhale, up to the sky. And then exhale, palms to your heart center, closing your eyes here. Just take a moment to set your intention for your practice, whatever brings you to your mat. You keep that in your mind. Taking our palms to our forehead, sealing our practice. And then back down to your heart center. On your next inhale, blinking those eyes open, reaching to those fingertips, taking them down to your mat, rising. On that exhale, take your palms to your heart center, interlace those fingers, pushing all the way through, down to your mat. Inhale, rise, keeping those fingers interlaced. And then exhale, release, reaching to those fingertips, tapping your mat, flowing with your breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, your palms into your heart center. Interlacing those fingers, push all the way through. Inhale, rising up, reach and lengthen. And then exhale, release. Bring those fingertips down to your mat. One more time, inhale, rise. Exhale, those palms to your heart center. Interlace those fingers, pushing all the way through. Inhale, rising. And then exhale, release those fingertips down to your mat. Reach through those fingertips. Inhale, rising back up. And then exhale, your palms into your heart center. Release those palms onto your knees. Inhale, you'll let navel go to the back of your spine, and on that exhale, twist over to your left side. Only going as far as your body will allow. Inhale, back into your heart center. Flow with your breath. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, back into your heart center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back into center. And exhale, twist. Inhale, back into your heart center. And exhale, crawling back out into your mat, into that tabletop. Going in for those cow cats. On that next inhale, we round out our stomach, take that gaze, up the sky, cow. And then on your exhale, come into your cats. Warm up your spine, not rushing through these postures. Inhaling into your cows, and exhaling into those cats. 2 more cow cats, your breath to movement. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, rise to your cow. And exhale into your cat. Inhale into that tabletop. And exhale. On that next inhale, keeping those elbows in, we inhale, go as far forward as your body will allow, maybe those chaturanga arms, and then we exhale, take that right seat down, that right foot. Inhale, rising up, go as far forward as your body will allow, and then exhale, take that left seat to that left foot, coming all the way down. Inhale, rise one more time on each side, going as far forward as your body will allow. Exhale, right seat, right foot. Inhale. And exhale, left seat to left foot. Inhale, rise back up into that tabletop. And exhale. On your next inhale, take out that right foot. Push through that right heel, flexing through your foot. Hips are square to that mat. If available to you, taking out that left palm, reaching to those left fingertips. If this doesn't work, leave that left palm on your mat. Taking in 2 more breaths, inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, bend that right knee, flexing through that foot. You can leave that palm on your mat, or maybe exhale, twist back with your left palm, grabbing that right foot. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Mindful, take that palm, that knee back down to your mat. And exhale. On the next inhale, taking that left foot back, you're pushing through that left heel. Leave that right palm on your mat if that's what your practice calls for. Or maybe on that next inhale, you reach out through those right fingertips. Reach and lengthening. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Maybe on that next inhale, we bend that left knee, flexing through that foot, pushing that heel up to the sky. Maybe on that exhale, you twist around, grabbing that left ankle with your right palm. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, mindfully take that palm, that knee back down to your mat. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to keep those palms by our chest and slowly lower yourself down to that mat. Baby cobra, inhale, rise. 10% of that weight's in your palms. Use those back muscles, taking that gaze up the sky. And then exhale with your breath back down to your mat. Inhale, rise, baby cobra. And exhale, back down to your mat. 1 more time. Inhale, rise to that baby cobra. Exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale to that full cobra. Lengthen through your spine, get those shoulders away from your ears. And remember, you are not in a hurry, taking that gaze up the sky. And then exhale with your breath back down to your mat. 1 more time. Inhale, rise to your cobra. Get that gaze up the sky. And then exhale with your breath back down to your mat. 1 more time, we're going to inhale to that full cobra. Round out that spine. Shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, just take that head into center. Inhale. And then exhale, turn and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, back into your heart center. And then exhale, let's look over that right. Inhale, back into your heart center. And on that exhale, we're going to curl up over those toes and come into our downward dog. Pushing, trying to melt those heels to the mat. You take in my class, you know, on that next inhale, bend that right knee, straighten that left leg, and take that left hip all the way to the back of the room, and then exhale, opposite side. Trying to have that patience to move with your breath. Taking in 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Bring that downward dog to a still, fully pushing back into your downward dog. On your next inhale, let's walk those palms back towards your feet, coming into that ragdoll. So if you're new, you struggle with just in that forward fold, stay here. Opposite palms to your elbow. Sway. not throwing your body around. Taking in 2 more breaths, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring that ragdoll to a still, releasing those palms back in your mat. Crawl back out into your downward dog. Fully push back into that downward dog. That gaze is in between your legs. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Rolling over those toes, come into your high plank. Drop to your knees if you need, or stay in this high plank and just take another breath here. Inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, let's come down onto our forearms. And exhale. On that next inhale, rising through that right leg and taking it on as far as your body will allow. Exhale. Back down to your mat. Inhale, lifting that through that left leg. And then exhale. Back down to your mat. Inhale, rise through that right. Exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale, that left. Exhale, back down to your mat. One more time on each side. Inhale, rising through that right. Exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale, push back through those palms, rising back up into that high plank. And then exhale, push back into your downward dog. And just take 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. We inhale, rise, taking that right leg up into the sky. And then exhale, twist through your waist, taking that right knee over to that left tricep. Get it up there. Inhale, rise. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, take that right knee and get it on the outside of that right tricep. If you have an arm balance, maybe kick up that left leg. You can even come to your chin stand. Back down. Inhale, rise that right leg up in the sky. And then exhale, bring it in for pigeon on your right side. Here you lift through those palms, slide that left leg back. And here's where you pay attention to your body. Distribute that weight evenly between your hips. Pressing those palms on your mat. Inhale. Welcome back up to your torso, round up your spine. Take that gaze up to the sky. And then exhale, forward fold. And once that forehead comes down to that mat, remembering you are still on that date with yourself, do not let your mind wander. You have those thoughts into your mind, you acknowledge them and let them go. And take those breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just take in 1, the last deep inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, we ignite to those palms. Walk them back up to your torso. Round out that spine. Take that gaze up the sky. And then exhale back into your center. On your next inhale, maybe bend that left knee. Get that foot to your seat. Maybe reach around with that right palm. If that's not your practice, then do not force that. Just bring up that left leg. You have to honor your body. Listen. Just taking in 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Release that left leg back down to your mat. Permanent pull over those left toes. Taking that right leg back up to the sky for that 3-legged downward dog. Taking that foot to your seat and draw 3 counter pose circles with your knee all the way around and out. And on your third one, flip your dog if that isn't your practice. So Take that foot to that seat, get that knee up to the sky. Not throwing your body around, coming to your wild thing. Reaching through those right fingertips. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flip your downward dog back over into that three-legged dog. Rise back up the sky. And then exhale, release that right foot onto your mat and fully push back into that downward dog. Inhale. And exhale. Taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, taking that left leg up into the sky. And then exhale, twisting your waist, get that left knee over to that right tricep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, get that left knee on the outside of that left arm. Tricep, you kick up that right leg. If you have an arm balance, maybe you kick up into your chin stand. Inhale, taking that three-legged dog all the way up. And then exhale, bring it in for pigeon on this side. And dropping down that knees at the same time, push to your palms. Slide that right leg back. Feel your body. Distribute that weight evenly between your hips. Slide those palms to your mat. Inhale, walk them back to your torso. Round out your spine, take a gaze up the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bring that forehead down to your mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, ignite into those palms. Walking them back up to your torso. Round out your spine. Take that gaze up to the sky. Exhale, back in the center. Inhale, maybe bend that right knee. Take that foot up. Maybe reaching back with that left palm. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale. Slowly release that right leg back down on your mat, planting those palms, curling up over those right toes. Coming up off that left leg. Coming into your three-legged downward dog. And then draw the foot to your seat and 3 counter pose circles with that knee all the way around. And out. And then on your third one, you can flip that dog if that isn't your practice. And again, if you want to practice that, you just take that knee up to the sky. You never throw your body, mindfully move it, releasing to your alignment. Wild thing. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flip that dog back over, taking that left leg back up in the sky. And then exhale, back down your mat. Fully push back into that downward dog. And just taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, dropping down on your knees in that tabletop. Preparing for frog. Such a good hip opener. So your toes are touching. You take those knees outside. You can turn sideways on your mat so you keep your knees on your mat. So your seat is not down by your feet. It is up here, releasing your knees out the side as your toes are staying touched. And only going as far as your body will allow. Releasing those feet to the side. So now we look like a frog, but we do yoga. We do not care what we look like. It is absolutely what you feel like. If you stay here, come down to this forearms. And again, we're still connecting to our bodies. We disconnected from everything when we came to our mat. We're still connecting to our bodies. Take those breaths. If your mind is wandering, 100% you are not taking those breaths. Breathe. Your body will appreciate. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Making sure those exhales match those inhales. And taking 4 more breaths here. You have this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Taking one last deep inhale. And exhale. You go down onto your forearms on that next inhale. Pressing up to those palms. Be mindful again how you come out of that pose. Don't push that weight with your knees. Push through your palms. Draw your knees back together. Coming into that tabletop. You know we're counterposing that. So I'm coming to that tabletop. That next inhale, you're going to take that right knee outside. Flex that foot and again. Draw 3 circles with that knee all the way around and out. Coming down, opposite side. Inhale, take that left leg, that knee out. Draw the circles all the way around and out. And coming back into your tabletop. On that next inhale, let's walk those palms back toward our torso. Taking our feet out the right side, bring them out in front of you. Finding both sit bones onto that mat. Flexing through your feet. If you lost your breath, your bandhas, your core, find it here, drawing yourself all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. So on your next inhale, we're going to twist from your waist. You can either hinge from your waist, taking that right palm to your left and drawing that up, or you could take your right leg up if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, and that right palm will go onto that right leg. Either way, on that exhale, we twist from our waist, taking that left palm and gaze behind us. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Take your head, your gaze back to your center first. And then releasing your leg or legs back on your mat. Crossing them off if you took the challenging pose. Come all the way back up, inhale. And exhale. Doing the opposite side. So on the next inhale, you take that left palm hinge from your waist, grabbing that right foot. Or you're going to take that right foot and cross it over your left, grabbing that left foot with your left palm. On the exhale, twist from your waist. Taking that right palm and gaze behind you. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, you take your head, your gaze back to that center first, releasing those feet back down to your mat, all the way up. And then on that next inhale, draw them into your chest for that boat. And work on our core. So again, coming into your boat, you can keep it here with your palms at your knees. You can lengthen through your legs. You can bring your legs in. Maintaining that breath still. Inhale. And exhale. You have this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more breaths. Take those breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release those feet as close to your torso as you can possibly get them. Creating a ball of energy, dropping that forehead down to your knees. Round out your spine. If that feels good, wrapping your arms around your legs. Just taking 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On your exhale, releasing your ball of energy. Taking those feet out in front of you. Again, bring that awareness to your spine. You're jumping into your spine. You have it lengthened. And then on that next inhale, lower yourself down to your mat. You always use your palms if you need to get down to your mat. Here's how you get down to your mat. Coming down to that mat. Inhale those knees into your chest. You flex through your feet. Wrap your arms around your legs. And just take a couple of breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, releasing those palms and those feet, yawning like you're waking up in the morning, stretching and reaching, point to those toes and those fingertips. And just take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to take those feet up to the sky like a waterfall, and those fingertips, creating that U, reach, and those fingertips past those toes. And then inhale all the way out, reach and lengthen, and take your time. You want to feel that. Do not release into your mat. Exhale, back up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, back up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, back up. Inhale all the way back out, reach and lengthen. And then exhale, back up. 3 more. Yes, you have lighting that core, having it on fire. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, back up, creating that U. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, back up. 1 more time. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, back up. Inhale, reach those knees into your chest, flex your feet. Create that ball of energy. And just take 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release those feet into your mat. Coming into that bridge. So in yoga, you want to try to dust the fingertips to the back of your heels. And also in yoga, if you can't, we let that go. So it's okay if you cannot. On that next inhale, pushing up, finding those 3 points of contact with your feet in the mat. And draw your sits bones up to the sky. And only going as far as your body will allow. I always like to remind people, your pose is not to look like mine. It has to feel and look like yours. So draw on your seat all the way up as far as your body will allow. Maybe on that next inhale, you roll your shoulder blades under one another, clasping your palms underneath that seat. Maybe make that pointer fingers. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You can make it more challenging. You can inhale, rise that right leg up in the sky. And then exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale that left leg up into the sky. And then exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale that left leg. Exhale, back down to your mat. 1 more time on each side. Inhale, rise. Reaching to that right. Exhale, back down to your mat. Inhale that left. And exhale, back down to your mat. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly release our palms from underneath our seat, drawing your seat back down to the mat. Take those knees to your chest, flexing through your feet, wrapping your arms around your legs, creating that ball of energy. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, release those feet up into the sky for that waterfall. Release those palms down by your side. So your feet are flexed like you're walking on the sky. Lengthening through the back of your legs. Just taking those breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here. Or maybe coming into your shoulder stands if that is in your practice. So on that next inhale, you push through your palms, taking that seat up off your mat, release those palms onto that lower back. Wiggle your elbows in. And then slowly, trying to come up into your shoulder stand, trying to stack everything. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Maybe on that next inhale, come into your plow, hinging at your waist, trying to get those toe beds to the top of your mat. Maybe releasing those palms back down to your mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly rolling out one vertebrae at a time. Trying to use that core. Come back to the waterfall, meeting back with that waterfall. And take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bend those knees into your chest, flexing your feet, wrapping your arms around your legs. Creating that ball of energy. And taking 3 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to release that left leg down onto your mat and keep that right knee in your chest. You're still flexing through your feet. You feel that here, you stay here, or maybe try and get that right knee out to the side, not rolling over to one side or the other. Never messing up the foundation. You keep the foundation of your practice and you try to go further into your posture. So trying to take that right knee out to your side, still flexing through your feet and still maintaining that breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Taking in 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Choke that knee out to the side. Inhale, taking it back to the center of your chest. Creating those peace fingers with that right palm and grabbing them onto your right big toe. Maybe on that next inhale, you reach and lengthen through that right leg. And then maybe exhale out the side and only going as far as your body will allow. You can take that left palm and lay it out to counterbalance. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, bend that right knee, take it back into your center. Releasing those peace fingers from your toe, taking that left leg up to meet your right. Flexing through those feet, your palms are out the side, they're facing up. And only on that exhale, taking those knees over to your left side, twist from your waist. Bring them down to your mat, tortural block. Making sure that right shoulder blade doesn't come up off your mat. That is the integrity. Possibly close your eyes here as you take your gaze over to your right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Taking 3 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take your head, your gaze back to the center first, protect that spine. And then on that exhale, draw your knees back to your chest. Flex through your feet, wrap your arms around your legs. Inhale, plantar flexion, point those toes all the way out, push like you're pushing on a gas pedal. Exhale, back up, dorsiflex. Inhale, point those toes all the way out. Exhale, back up. One more time. Inhale, point those toes all the way up. And exhale, back up. On your next inhale, keep that left knee at your chest, releasing that right leg down to your mat. Flex to both feet. Be mindful of your dates, your whole dates. Stay here if you feel that here, or maybe you take that left knee out to the side, flexing through that foot. And again, we're not rolling over to that left side. You want to keep the foundation. Release that right palm to match. Have your hands clasped. Whatever feels good to your body, and take those breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Taking in 3 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take in 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. You're taking that knee out to the side. Inhale, draw your knees back to your chest. Creating those peace fingers with that left palm and grabbing onto that left big toe. On your next inhale, you lengthen through that left leg. And then maybe exhale, take it out to the side. And again, you go as far as your body will allow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, bend that left knee, taking it back to the center. Releasing that peace fingers from it, drawing that right to meet your left, coming to that tabletop, palms out the side, facing up. And on that exhale, take your knees over to that right side. Again, twisting from your waist, not allowing that left shoulder blade off your mat. Stopping your body tells you to stop. Maybe close your eyes here to take your gaze over to your left. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take your head, your gaze back to center first. And then exhale, draw those knees to your chest. Wrapping your arms around your legs, creating that ball of energy. Toes flex up to that sky. Inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, draw circles with your toes all the way around and out. And you're not in a hurry. Take that time, reach through those toes, taking them back up to the sky. Going one more time around, drawing circles all the way around and out with those toes. Back up to the sky. Your toes reach the sky. Take your circles in the opposite direction all the way around and down and back up to the sky. One more time. All the way around and out and back up to the sky. And then take a breath here. We're going to come into a happy baby to finish out our practice. So on your next inhale, release those feet up into the sky. And I always like to remind everybody it's happy baby, not forced. So just pinning your feet up to the sky is enough. Then leave that there. Maybe grabbing onto the outside of your feet or the inside. Maybe just onto the ankles. You try to reach each knee on opposite side of your torso. Or maybe you lengthen through your legs. Maybe that's your happy baby and that feels good to you. Do what feels good to your body. Like flexing through those feet. Maybe inhale, swaying from side to side. If that feels good to your spine, we are still maintaining that breath. We're still on that date with ourselves. So when yoga is designed to help all 12 of your systems, it is the breath mixed in with the postures. It's not just the postures alone. You're worth the effort. Promise you that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Finding that rhythm and the pattern of your breath as we're rounding out our practice. Taking 3 more here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, if you're swaying from side to side, bring that happy baby to a still. Releasing those knees into your chest, flexing through your feet, wrapping your arms around your legs. Take one last deep inhale here. And exhale. On that next inhale, reach those toes and your fingertips, hovering over your mat. And then exhale back, your ball of energy, forehead to your knees, wrap your arms around your legs, flex through your feet. Inhale, reach and lengthen all the way up. Exhale back into your ball of energy. One more time. Inhale, reach and lengthen all the way up. Exhale back into your ball of energy. Inhale, all the way up, reach and lengthen. Your palms are facing up. And then on the next inhale, slowly, or exhale, lower yourself down to your mat. Melt into your mat. Release into your mat. And just take a few moments to appreciate what you just asked your body to do. Your mind benefits from the stillness as your body benefits from that movement. Staying here. Coming to a fetal position on either side. Drawing your knees into your chest and using that opposite arm as a pillow. Stay here or meet me at the top of your mat. Taking that right foot in, followed by your left. Palms to your heart center. You get to choose how you show up in the world. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in every single one of you, and I humbly appreciate you letting me guide you in your practice. Namaste.